Hey guys, Georgia here. I wanted to share a little bit more with you about my journey and why I'm passionate about executive function, and therefore I want to share more of it with you. I got my bachelor's degree in psychology, and so in my undergrad I found that I was super interested in people, how they function, how they don't function, how the brain works, all of that. And as interested as I was in that, I did always know that I wanted to be a teacher. So I ended up getting my master's in early childhood education, but my background in psych, especially child psych, definitely helped me with that role as a classroom teacher in pre-K. I taught pre-K for over 10 years. I started as a para, and then I was in my own classroom for 9 years as the lead teacher. And definitely used a lot of the knowledge that I acquired in grad school and undergrad as a psych major to thrive in the classroom. Didn't always thrive. There was trial and error. I learned a lot about myself and what I needed in terms of systems and routines, and also what my kids needed in terms of systems and routines, structure, boundaries, all of that I learned about as I was a teacher. If you are a teacher, educator of any kind, coach, counselor, instructor, you probably know that you need systems in place to feel like you're not going crazy. And you probably find that systems come in handy for your students too. And it's not always super easy to know what systems you need, what boundaries you need, what your kids need. But that's where executive function comes into play. And I did end up leaving my classroom job because I felt like I needed something more. I knew I wanted to impact education still, but I knew that I needed more flexibility in my life, and I needed to just kind of like self-reflect. I just was at a point where I needed to make a change, and maybe you've felt that before. It doesn't mean you need to leave your job, but I did, and in doing that, I dabbled in entrepreneurship. I learned even more about myself and like what I need to thrive day to day. I ended up living in a van for a year, which is kind of crazy. But I got to travel, see what was really important to me, see that systems and prioritization are extra important when you're living in a really small space. And this is a very long story short, but all of these things transpired, and I ended up where I am today, which is teaching teachers. And I absolutely love it because it's kind of a culmination of everything that I've learned in my journey, and I'm able to now help others thrive in their roles in education, and also in turn help their students or their clients, if they're like a coach of some sort, to also thrive.